Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Hi.
How to pronounce the name? Hanil? Is that the right
Yeah, correct.
way?
Correct.
Or
Hanil. Hanil.
Hanil. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Same here, Jing Zhu.
Okay. Yeah, so I saw your second video about parameter sweep. I thought maybe I can just discuss with you. I thought there's some few things I saw the result. I saw you show the data and then the how to draw the graph, right?
Yeah.
And then you also made some suggestions. I think we made some update to address your comments.
Great.
Yeah. So I want to show you just a quick demo of I mean a better way to show the data and then how to visualize this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just share my screen. So you're in your office?
I'm currently sitting in my office.
Oh, okay. It's still pretty late, right? 8:30
Yeah.
Friday.
Actually, I usually stay up late in the office. I do some of my work and stuff like that. So,
Okay, perfect. Okay, let me just show you quickly. Hopefully we can finish this very quickly. Yeah.
yeah.
Let me
You seems
see.
to be also in office.
I'm actually home office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Great.
most of the time work from home. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yep. That's perfectly visible.
Okay. Yes. So let me go to the, yeah. So basically, when you show the result, there's a result, right? Go here. So one thing we added is this combined
Yeah.
uh, functions. So
Okay.
basically, when you generate multiple traces,
Okay.
if each file has a limited data, say thousands, less than 1,000 line or 1,000 data points, then
Okay.
we will combine all of them into one data trace. So you can show
Oh,
multiple curves in one file. So if you
okay.
show only one curve, it will be look like this, right? I think you already have it. Basically, this is one line, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but however, if I want to compare this one with this one, I cannot do that, right? So
Okay.
so uh, so so that's why we have this now. We put all the data in one file. So we have three fields, X and Y, and then you can choose the last one as your group, so criteria. So here I'm using lambda as my criteria. So basically each of this one has different lambda, right?
Okay.
So 1.0, so therefore you need to add this third parameter into your trace file. So then they all have same, each of the run has the same lambda, right? And then in
Okay.
the same file, I can draw using this function, grouping functions, I can actually show multiple curves. Now
Oh,
what you will see, yeah, let me go back to here, number of Q, time, lambda, and then, yep, so see I have 5 curves. And
oh,
so now default, you show all curves, but you can pick and choose which curve you want to see. So I can start with this first one, right? Then you can see, okay, the second curve, the third curve, right? You can choose and pick whatever curve you want to show. So
okay.
that kind of, I think you have these comments, right? I think in your video.
Yeah. So,
So now we have these functions, right? And then the other suggestion I have is that when you write data, I saw you don't have the first line. So
yeah.
the first line is a title line.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, so if you have this first line, then when you draw a graph, that title will become you will give the x-axis and y-axis, it will have a title.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
this
Correct.
way it will be easy to see the graph, right? It's just some minor things, but I
Yeah.
want to just let you know that because in your demo, it's just number
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
title, right? All right. Yeah, so I think that's the two quick things I want to just show you, and maybe you can help improve the video so people can know how exactly this can be done in better way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
but hopefully this is your suggestion, right? So how we can show this in yeah in,
correct. That was the
in the
perfect,
same graph.
yeah, perfectly right
Yeah.
thing. Just a quick question. So this value, the value of lambda that we are putting it here,
Mm.
so
Uh-huh.
that will be different for run, each run, right?
Okay, so that's up to you, right? So that's why I think this is where you're putting in the trace file.
Yeah, yeah,
So now if you say, because this is where you put the, for each run, you have a fixed configuration. Let's say your TCP variant, right?
yeah,
Now, if you have a multiple run per same configuration, because we also support that, right? So you have a same lambda, but then you have also a run number, right?
yeah,
Say you run 2 times for each run, and then you will have a problem because then for each of these lambda, you have two values, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So that's why for this particular function, I would suggest to just run once for each configuration. Then you can compare. The whole point of this is to compare different configuration, right?
okay,
And not run multiple times for each configuration. I mean, you
so
can always run, let's say, now if you want to run lambda 1.0 with, let's say, 4 times. Okay, let me just show you quickly this way.
yeah, so
So in this case, what you will do is you will have to use something else as a parameter. So for example, if I go to the queue system, if I edit, I have parameter sweep, right? So let's say that I don't do the sweep, but I'm going to just run 4 times,
okay,
okay?
yeah,
Then it will be better just to run once because that way
oh, okay, I got it, I got it.
you will have a 4 curves, but 4 curves with the same
Lambda,
configuration,
yeah,
same lambda. But
yeah,
then you have to add different things in this trace file. Maybe not the lambda, but the random number,
yeah,
the
something to
whatever the
make the result.
random seed.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that you can actually
correct,
differentiate it, right? Or maybe time to start the simulation, whatever. Just to use something to differentiate, then you will have a 4 curve with the same configuration.
correct, correct. So I got it. So for my configuration, so I was basically what I was doing is, so I had two nodes. So basically it was just a 6.cc file that you find under the examples slash tutorials folder, right? So
Mhm.
I was just incrementing the uh, what you can say client data rate. So from one I'll
Okay.
start and I'll go up to two, then three, four, five,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, you can use this parameter sweep, right?
Yeah.
Just don't use multiple run in this case,
Yeah,
right?
correct,
Just
correct.
use one, and then you can compare. I mean, and actually it's better because that way every run will use the same random seed.
Correct, correct, correct.
So then you have exactly the same environment, but then in different configuration, right? That's really what you want to show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really great feature that you have added. So is it currently available? Is it currently merged with the Web-NS3 that we have? Or
Yeah. This is I'm already doing this on the official release.
okay, so this is yet. Oh, okay, okay. You're currently doing on official release only. Okay, great, great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just want to have a quick call with you and discuss this, and really appreciate your efforts to advocate and provide a tutorial. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah,
for all the
actually,
information.
yeah, I am really interested to see this Web-NS because I was planning to do something kind of similar, but in a GUI way, but I didn't had.
Yeah, I saw your actually what I actually saw your code generator generation
Yeah,
work. I think that's really great work because I would say one thing this can be complementary. So because what I'm doing here is just to upload. If you have a code generated, right?
yeah,
Then you can simply upload your code here.
yeah,
So I
correct.
would say these two works can kind of work together because that can be a different, I mean, a better workflow, which is use your tool to generate the code, right, locally,
Correct. Yeah,
and then upload that code to this Web-NS3 just to run it,
yeah.
right?
Yep, yep, yep.
So then user doesn't need to write anything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's one thing that I have been thinking is that I haven't got too much time onto this, is that would ChatGPT be able to help generate the code, right?
yes, yes. It's currently
Because these
happening.
days you can say they can do the, I mean, I don't know if there's additional training needed, but that would be great work on top of what you have done. Because right now what you
Correct.
have done is mostly, I would say, logical based, right?
Yeah.
But if you can somehow plug in the backend with the ChatGPT, then it will be much more powerful, right?
Yeah.
So
So
they can
currently,
generate a script based on user inputs.
yeah, yeah,
Um, that would be great.
that
But
would be
just
great.
to share some quick thoughts I have, and then once you generate that script, you can upload here and then just run it,
Yeah,
and maybe even use your tool to visualize the topology because I don't have that here to show the topology, right?
yep, yep. So
But
that's
you already have everything in the JavaScript, Java app, I think, and
that was one
that's
project
great.
that I made
Yeah.
in my college.
Yeah, I know. And in a longer term, we can put together this. I mean, integrate your part into this Web-NS3. I mean, I don't know if you will be interested to help with that, but
Yep,
I think
I'm
that
really
can
up for
be.
that.
Yeah. So, but then here, what we have is really a React, JavaScript,
Okay.
no TypeScript, Java, React and TypeScript,
Yep.
the backend. So yeah, if you are into this, I think one thing you may want to think about is how to turn your Java code into a web-based interface, right?
Yeah, actually, what I'm going to tell you will blow your mind actually. So, what have found is, so after my college got over and I was not, I stopped working on this project actually. Then later I realized that Java is itself a bottleneck for me. So I was not able to code that much on that project. So what I did was, I started working on web web interface of how you can do the same stuff, but it's just that it is web interface. So I can show it to you.
Mm,
I have a
let me
sample.
stop it. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Same kind of node and topology kind of stuff. So this is the node tool. This is the connection tool, and this is channel manager tool. So basically you can create the point-to-point CSMA Wi-Fi channel, the same stuff that you might have seen in the Java
mm,
code. So currently this is
yeah,
not
yeah.
completed, but
Okay. That's great. That's great. I mean, this is actually one I would say one direction, right? So generating the code
yeah.
from a graphic interface. We have been thinking a different approach, which is not generating the entire code from the graphic interface, rather generate a configuration file
Okay.
from the I will show you a quick example that we are doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
But we haven't done a graph because we haven't spent any time on the graphic interface part, but we are trying to just show example of how this works. Let me just quickly
Yeah,
share with you.
anything
Yeah.
actually drawing and the rough stuff that you might have did, that is also fine.
Yeah. Let me just show you that one because I mean, I want you to think about what would be better way. I mean, obviously generating script, I would say will be much more complex because you have lots of
Classes
things to
and
generate, right? Because I want to make it the first step, one step a time. So maybe we don't need to generate a generic script because
yeah.
that's going to be really hard. That will be that's what I'm saying. Probably ChatGPT can help, but if I only want to generate a configuration, then maybe that is possible. So if you go here, we have our we call network gym sim.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our NS3 simulator backend. I mean, simulator. I would say simulation and test. I mean, development version. I mean, our own version of NS3.
Yeah.
So here, what we are testing is a different way of doing simulation. Uh, the way it does is that it will, for each example, provide we call a configuration template.
Okay.
So for example, in this case, I have two examples. Let's call network slicing, just one example. Let's say this is an example of a scenario, a generic scenario, but it has a specific context. It's not like an arbitrary example, but it's a specific use case. And then here, what we have is this configuration that, let me go back to here, this environment configuration, which is a JSON file,
Okay.
right? So this is a human readable JSON file.
Yeah.
It will include what kind of measurements you want to collect, and then it will also include some of the key like topology, and then where the location, right, of the base station, Wi-Fi, and for each of the flow, what are the configurations, UDP rate, traffic, all this
Oh,
stuff.
okay, okay.
And basically, these are all the parameters. Now, obviously, you can do this already in N3 script with the command line interface, right? So basically, command line has the inputs, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
command line is hard to scale. If you have 100 parameters,
yeah, yeah.
it's hard to
Very
manage,
difficult.
right? But with JSON file, it's much easier to scale. You can increase different, I mean, easily manage this in a structured way, right?
Correct, correct.
Now, after you have this, then we have done is that you just provide a so-called generic, say for example, for your TCP simulation, right?
Yeah.
Instead of generating a TCP script from the scratch, you can create a generic TCP simulation scenario template, and then the script will be a kind of a master script, where in this case, you read this configuration from, let's say, in this script. I mean, you can
Okay.
take a look later, but the idea is that this is more like a generic script where user can provide not just simple configuration of parameter, but the topology,
Okay,
right?
so A to Z, everything related to TCP. Let's suppose for it, whether in the case that this script is for TCP, everything
Yeah.
that can be modifiable, that is
You can
included.
imaginable. Yeah, exactly. So anything you want user to be able to modify or update will be made available through configuration file, not writing script directly. Then
Okay.
the function of the script is to read that configuration and build, deploy whatever in your script. So
Oh,
the benefit of this is that you can ask ChatGPT to create this kind of for you. You can actually work with ChatGPT in this case, right? Not
yeah.
customer work with ChatGPT directly. You can try to keep improving this generic script with ChatGPT, and then incorporate more and more generic requirements for this particular use case. And then you don't need to user to see this script at all. What they will see is something like this. Like I'm going to show you here.
Yeah,
This is our test example.
yeah, yeah.
And let's see this one. Okay, so in this case, what we have is that the third option for deploying.
Okay.
So once you have that generic script, then you can basically, okay, so this is two options right now. So the third option is like this. When I click this, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I can see this.
So if I click this, same thing.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a test feature we have not released yet. Okay, so now you can see. So I'm not presenting this. I only give the JSON file, right? So
Yeah.
people now can modify here. Then after we make this work, then what happens next is that I can turn this into a GUI. It will be much easier.
Yeah, yeah. So all the configurable parameters that will be inform us some GUI, and that
Some
can be.
GUI, exactly. So
Yeah.
when you configure, you are not generating code. You just generate at the end of the configuration. You are saying, okay, I'm going to use this configuration or this GUI configurations. Then it's going to generate this JSON file, and
Yeah.
then that will be feeding to that. So I break these two phases. The first phase is to create a generic or master script for your scenario, so TCP,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And once you have that, then along with this generic whatever JSON file, so with this tool, I can have user to change the JSON file and run the simulations. If that works, then the next step is how to generate that JSON file with your GUI interface. So break
Okay.
down this into two steps, I think may help to simplify this whole thing quite a bit. Then,
Correct.
I mean, yeah, obviously we can have ChatGPT either generate scripts or generate the JSON configuration file
Configurable file. Yeah.
directly, right? So, but that requires specific training. I don't think the generic ChatGPT will be able to do that.
No, no, no.
So there has to be some kind of usage-driven kind of machine learning solutions. But here, at least, if we can, have more kind of context, give more context, then maybe it will be possible to generate this configuration file with the GUI interface that you have. So
Correct,
yeah,
correct.
so that's kind of what we have been thinking. I mean, if you can kind of give some thoughts, see how that works in your scenario or your work. I mean, especially I see y'all develop lots of examples, right, and
Yeah,
tutorial. So that's actually one comment I gave in the last meeting. I think one of the key suggestions I have for the community is to not provide the script as an example, because that for everyday user I may not care too much if I don't know C++.
yeah,
It's no use for me. So I think what we need is for any particular use case, say TCP, Wi-Fi, and that, let's do this configuration way. The script is hidden behind, right? This
yeah,
I call a generic script. And then you just tell people you can change everything in this configuration file, and then they can run this in a much easier way.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you have, if we have something like that, I can roll that. Say, for example, if you develop a registry, say for the latest 45, right,
yeah,
versions, let's say you develop a TCP use case, what I can do is that I can actually reference your TCP example
yeah.
and
Make
include
it
that in my
my tests.
database.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's free, right? So people can start using your example and configure the JSON file and then do that
yeah, correct, correct.
different. Think about that. I mean, then yeah, we can do a lot of things in the future. But this is something I would say needs some kind of community work, because then because you may be familiar with TCP, somebody else may be familiar with 5G or Wi-Fi. Then they can create those kind of examples
Yeah,
that I can kind of pull in and then made it available to everybody. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
All right. Think about
yeah,
that. I think hopefully, yeah, this can be useful.
yeah.
Yeah.
This answers my all the questions, and yeah, if we now that we are here, I had a few more doubts. If you can answer those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So regarding WebNS 3 only, so I'll share my screen first of all.
Mm.
So we have a example script over here as
Uh-huh.
so lots of script like
Uh,
6.cc is also here if you see, yeah, here, and
mm.
that's the same file. So I was trying to perform the like I was trying to edit that file and I was trying to simulate, but I uh, got this results if you see where it says this tutorials app is not here.
Uh, ha, 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 ha. Yeah. So okay. So first of all, all this example that I have, right?
Yeah.
Uh, it may have so which catalog you are using?
Sorry.
Which version of S3 you are using?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I guess it's latest. Yeah, 3.45.
3545. Let me run that quickly, and then okay. This is only for 6, right?
Yeah, actually, I have not tried for any other script. So this is just for six
Yeah.
dot.
So for the first, yeah. So you can try first. I think starting with first. I think some people they try it first. They never have a problem. But let me just run this quickly so that
Yeah,
make sure it's something, because remember we don't test all the examples. This example is whatever is provided through the S3 build, and some of these examples are very old examples,
yep,
so they may not all work with the latest version, right?
yeah, yeah.
So that can be
I
a problem.
Yep. I
But
thought
let me just, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it might have been some problem because my file, my script that whatever I am uploading, that is not in the scratch folder or that might be lying somewhere else. So that's why if that guy or that my script whatever I have uploaded that is referring to tutorials app.h file, which is usually inside the examples tutorials folder. So that might be correlating with.
Yeah, so you see, in my case, tutorial-app.h, right?
Yeah,
So that file, results, let me see. Yeah. I got the same error. Yeah. There's no such file,
correct, correct.
tutorial-app.h. So it must not be in the source tree. It must be somewhere else,
Yeah, and
right?
no, yeah, actually, what I think is tutorials, hyphen app.h file, whatever that is showing as no such file or directory. So I think that might be lying at the correct position, but whatever script that we are uploading, that might not be at the correct position.
No. Okay, okay. Um, it's like this. Okay, so let me see what is the sixth example is about because there is a function called nested operation.
Yeah, actually, the latest video that I have uploaded, that is
Uh,
6.cc script only, but it's about TCP.
what is that?
It's about TCP. So if you see over here, this script is the same as what I have uploaded for the last video. So in my last video, I used this script
Uh,
only, but
uh,
I'll show you quickly what I have did. So I combined both of this file, tutorials app.h file, and
uh.
this is the script, sixth script example. So this script I just executed, but using this example script that is given as a on this start menu, right? So this particular script is referring the tutorials app file, which is usually this both of this file basically 6.cc and tutorial app.h. These both files relies under the same folder, which is slash examples from the root directory of any NS3, which is source. So you can go inside uh, examples and scratch folder. Sorry,
So can you? So let me just ask a little clarification question. So when you run your script,
yeah.
are you able to run it?
Yes. That's because I am not referring this script from somewhere else, but I have included the entire. Just this is basically class, and I have included an entire class into a single script.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Very good. Okay, so I think what we have, that's another function you probably want to use, is that if your script
Yeah.
rely on a different file, say a library or
Yep.
whatever,
Yep. Yep.
you need to use this file configuration. Yeah, so that's where you need to upload. If you go to the, yes, nested, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to follow this example, right? So
Yep.
you have to upload that C file or H file into the through this, yeah, and then you can include. Yes.
Yes. Correct. I also I saw this one, and I have also mentioned this in the video that probably this we will might in explore in some other videos, because this might seem for someone who is new, they might find this as a complex thing to do. So I just thought to just include it in a single script and
Yeah. I think that's I mean it's a I would say a fair question, right?
yeah.
And the problem now is that if your script is a multiple, let's say, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a library, your own customized library,
Okay.
what I would suggest you to do is to actually um, so we can think about this because this will be advanced user for say pro, not basic ones. For
Yep.
the basic one, for the pro, actually, what you can do is you can modify the entire source tree, right? So you can go to
Yeah.
customization. I don't know, have you done that? But if you
I
go
was
to
exploring.
customization,
Yeah.
yeah, if you go to customization, you can actually change the entire file. So in that way,
Yeah.
then you have much more freedom to decide where things or how you want to do things.
Yep.
But then I think for the nested this kind of operation, think about if you can do this on your local machine, then the workflow is simply just upload whatever
Yeah.
your
Yes.
file. So it's not really, I would say not difficult, but it's more like you have to somehow have so my understanding is that you have a main file, that's your script,
Yeah.
right? Then you have your supporting file. Let's say you have four of them. Then you just basically use that file configuration to upload that four files to
Yeah.
there, right?
To
Once you
my
upload there, whatever your H file, CC file, library file, you update all that file into this nested operation
yeah.
and configuration. I mean, upload that. Then I think it should be okay there.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you just want to modify, add some additional file into source, right? So
Yeah.
make it part of the source, then it can always find it, right? So
Okay.
let's
Okay.
say if you want to create, let's say that's I would say the most easy way is to customize S3 to include your own library, right?
Yeah.
So think about that way, right? So that you can actually update the contribution folder to make it, yeah, basically build any library that you want there. I think that would be the best solution out there, right? Instead of just doing a script, a nested script. But that's for a simple thing. If it's a just one file, say tutorial.h or some kind of a header file, that's fine. You can put it there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then if there's 100 files, you probably don't want to upload as a configuration file, but yeah, update the source tree and then create a customized, here, yeah.
Yep.
I think that's something definitely a better way to do it because that way you can upload entire folder into the entire folder to the source or contribute folders and
Yeah.
then you can rebuild your NS3, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But this is perfectly fine. But what I thought was, so if you see the sixth script,
Mm, mm,
uh, so in that script only,
mm.
this tutorial.h file is already included. So I thought like
So where is it?
tutorial app.h file
Uh-huh.
that is all included here. So this is actually comes pre-built with the NS3 itself. So I thought
Uh-huh.
maybe we might not have any problem including that stuff into our script, but it seems we have problem. So we for this file also we need to do uh, the way.
We need to download it. Yeah, so we need to
Yeah.
somehow download it, right? So that's something I need to look into this, see how if there's some file because this file located in the example folder, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But now if I copy this out into users directory, obviously there is a problem of
There's a
finding the
problem.
right
Yeah,
place,
because that
right?
this won't be there. Yeah.
Yeah, they won't be there, right? So
Correct.
yes,
Correct.
I agree with you. I mean, there is an issue because it cannot find this particular
Yeah,
file.
and
Um,
this is I think this should be concerning because if for a normal user for me, if I'm using 6.cc file and I'll do is I'll copy that file into my um, scratch directory
okay.
if I'm considering that I'm doing in my local, and then if I'll run that, I'll be seeing the same error that 6 tutorial file is not there because that won't be in the scratch directory because that's the usual workflow wherever we want to run file
Yes,
we'll.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yes, if
Yeah.
you run this in your local machine, you're gonna have exactly the same problem, right?
Correct.
So I think what they will do is they will ask where this file is in the user group, and they will say you have to include this in your nested
Correct.
whatever folders, and then do that. Once you can figure out that, then you can do the same thing here. So
Correct.
for us, I don't have a good solution yet because I cannot look into all these examples. It's not scalable to see which file I need to
Yeah,
move
I
for the
know.
user, right? So this is basically I need to somehow copy all the
Yeah.
dependent file, right? So the solution, I mean, at least the service I have right now is not intelligent that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I need to think about how this can be addressed in here. But I mean, short answer is we rely on the user to find out
Yeah.
how to do this locally, then they can do it on that
Yeah.
same way.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And one more question, if you have just a little bit more time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all free. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we go on the subscription page, it says concurrent run. So what
Yeah.
exactly we mean?
Yeah, what is concurrent
Yeah.
run, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is actually very important because the concurrent run means that if you are running one simulation, right?
Okay.
Say because in your case, obviously you only each run means that you configure. If you go to dashboard,
Yeah.
let me first define what do you mean concurrent runs.
Correct. Yep.
So each of this simulation scenario, right? As long as it's 1%. So basically, if it's not 0% or 100%, mean it's in running, right?
Okay.
It means it's running.
Yeah.
Okay, so concurrent runs means that how many of them you can have in this state, in running state.
Okay. So you are talking about parallelism. So
Parallelism, yes,
yeah.
parallel. So all these simulation that you configure, or each of these scenario is actually sequentially run. If you have a batch run, the batch run means you run them sequentially, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So one by one, one by one. So you have 100. Then it will run one, two, three. After finish one, it will run second,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So now if I want to speed up, I don't want run 100 in a parallel, sorry, sequential. Then I can configure four configurations. Each of them run 20, right?
Oh. Okay. Correct. Correct.
So then I speed up to four times.
Oh. Okay.
So
Okay. Got
so
it. Got it.
but for the basic one only allow you to do two, means that you can have one, you can have two simultaneously running sequence.
Correct. Correct.
But for the Pro, we added, so basically for the two, you still have two basic one. For any extra, because here we require additional compute resource. So because two will be occupied in two CPUs.
Yeah.
So every additional instance, we will charge additional money for that.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why we call extra concurrent runs. So basically, if you have two concurrent runs and you add one more, so it's three. So if in here you basically, if you just pay $9.99, you don't get additional concurrent runs.
Yeah.
So you pay $9.99 for just for customization, for higher storage, or for more for 100 batch run. Because if you don't have a Pro, you probably cannot do parameter sweep because parameter sweep you can just sweep three values. You need to sweep more values, right?
Yeah.
So that considered as a number of runs or batch runs. So therefore, for basic ones, you can only sweep three different values.
Yeah. That was actually my next question. So if we see
Yeah,
we just have two parameter values.
yeah.
So how to add actually more values, or is it restricted for as of my current subscription?
Yeah, so that's the thing is that we ask also our kind of users. Most of people use first, you just one, this one dimension parameter sweep is the most common one.
Yeah.
Two dimension is already quite complex because this add very dramatic. This will increase the number of run dramatically. If you think
Yes.
about, I do three parameters sweep, each parameter has four values. Then you time four times five four times four, right? So
Yeah.
that's four to the three. It gives a huge number of runs. You will never be able to finish them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
we don't suggest people to run such huge number of
Parameters.
instance in one scenario because that way it will take too long to finish.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So so that's why in this case, if you want to run three, what we suggest is that you break this into parallel runs, right? So let's
Yep.
say you have third parameter. The third parameter you use it as a different scenarios. You
Yep.
have scenario one, two, three, four, five, and for each of them you run two dimensions. That's
Yep.
the third dimension you have.
So that we can break those programs into two parts, and we can upload a separate script, and they
Yeah.
both script can run in parallel, and we can have the same results at the end of the run.
Yeah, you can have similar results. Not, I mean, same because now we don't combine results across different run
Yep.
simulations, right? So that's the only drawback that you won't be able to see all the results in one scenario. But if you really want to do that, I have also talked to people is that you can always do parameter sweep within your script.
Yep.
So if you go this down to the end, if you go to your simulations, you'll see there's after the main at the main. Yeah, go here. You have this run. Go to the last last two lines, run and destroy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can actually have a for loops here.
Okay.
So you can have a for loops in this case where you can run this multiple times with different configurations.
Oh, okay, I got it. So I can it
So then you
actually
can
this
have unlimited parameter script that you want. I mean, you can basically make your single script to do
run multiple
parameter
times.
script.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the most flexible one. But again, be careful with that because then you will run very long for this particular script, right? So
Yeah, yeah. In the backend, it
so we
might.
have a limit. We will limit this each run to be 24 hours. If you run more than 24 hours, we will actually terminate it.
Oh, okay. So that's the lip in the backend. So if the particular run is executing more than.
Yeah, we try to avoid people to use it for unreasonable long time
Yeah, yeah.
each
Got
run.
it, got
So
it.
we will jump in, and if we find any simulation running more than 24 hours, we will kill it.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay, but for solve your problem, I think yeah you can do any parameter, any number of parameter sweep in this case, right? Yeah.
yeah. Yep. That's really great of you to take your time and you know discuss these things with
No,
me.
no, no. Yes, my pleasure, my great pleasure. I really like to work with this community, how make S3 more useful and maybe make it available to more users, right? So have more people to. So this is your side job? I mean, you are not doing this for your full time, right? This is just your hobby?
Yeah, actually, I like to make videos, and NS3 is something that is very interesting to me. So sometimes I make videos and educate people, stuff like that.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Yes, yeah. Look forward to see more great work from your end. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, always any feedback, any suggestions, yeah, definitely let me know. I enjoy this conversation and yeah,
Yep.
thank you so much.
And then one more.